Hi, this is Chuck Oliver. Welcome to this week's Hidden Wealth Solution Review. Well, why older Americans, I'm going to say in particular those of you 62, 64, 65 or older, can't afford to wait 4 years, and the expert guide to outfoxing inflation and removing unnecessary taxation. I've got a packed points to give you today, and I want to make sure that you take away what I'm about to share. And the exciting news is we have a new complimentary webinar, Roth Conversions Without the Tax. Again, Roth Conversions Without the Tax webinar, folks, and it's on demand. We're putting it tax savings techniques at your fingertips. Go to retirementprotected.com. That's retirementprotected.com. And here's some of the things that you're going to learn. We're going to talk to you about real clients, real people, real savings that are using deductions, and you do not. Some of you have reached out with some really good questions like, I'm not a business owner. Does this impact me, or is this possible for me to use? Or some of the examples that you use in your weekly case studies, in your webinars, you know, maybe I don't qualify for these things. Here's who qualifies and here's who benefits the most, folks. If you're a high income earner and you've been told, or you haven't looked at Roth conversions, you've been told, well, your income's too high, you don't really want to do that, or you don't think you can even do a conversion because your income's too high. Let me dispel those misconceptions. You're exactly who needs to be doing Roth conversions and doing them sooner over later. You can't afford to wait because waiting is very costly. And we'll teach you that in this on-demand webinar at retirementprotected.com. For those of you that have been heavy savers in IRA 401ks, and you know this is where you're going to need to pull your income from, you want to learn how to remove not only these assets from the tax system, but by moving them from IRA to Roth IRA, removing the income that you can derive from the tax system, all at the same time while Trump's in office and while we know what the rules are around Roth. See, they're trying to change the rules, just like they've changed the rules around regular IRAs. They're now trying to come after Roth IRAs. So if you're serious about saving tax in 2025, why the Roth rules are still alive, go to retirementprotected.com. That's retirementprotected.com and register. Now, I want you to watch the webinar, and there's a place on retirementprotected.com you can request. If you already know you want to save tax and you know you've kind of put this off now that we're kind of in the latter part of the year, right? Don't delay. Scroll down and request a saving tax optimization plan analysis. A number of you have reached out, and many of you, the compliments have been overwhelmingly positive, of like, wow, I had no idea I was facing that kind of tax. And we showcase different cases of real clients with real results that you don't want to miss. But the real results come to the realization of when you see your real numbers. So go to retirementprotected.com. That's retirementprotected.com. Take us up on this complimentary Roth Conversions Without Tax on-demand webinar. And the book that you see on the screen, I want to gift you for going and making that effort, because I want you to reach particular pages 49 to 86. It's all about how retirement has changed and how the tax man cometh and the tax man taketh. And we, on a weekly basis with our 22 CPA team, are helping people save an enormous amount of tax that they didn't even know that they were facing or didn't know that they could avoid. Some people even moving their retirement up sooner. So not just for how to get your IRAs converted to Roth and not pay the tax by using these strategies, but learning how you don't have to start another career. You don't have to come out of retirement, whether you're working to retirement or getting better through retirement. It's learning how to position these strategies all above board, all in the tax code for decades, as businesses without having to start a business per se and run an entire company, or strategies that don't even require that are saving people a lot of money. But you've got to take the time to get informed, because people can't afford to miss these next now under 4 years. And this is the expert guide that I'll teach you of how to outfox inflation by removing unnecessary taxation, having more income and more assets out of the tax system. Retirementprotected.com, retirementprotected.com.